Hi guys, Mickey here, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Hope you're doing good. Just a quick intro. Somebody approached me, asked me to test kit for them. I tested it. I found I liked it. It's damn good kit. I'll give you more information at the end of the video on how you can get a discount if you like this gear, what to do, how to support these guys, and some more information about them. So, here we go. Get into the video. Have a look at this gear. It's cracking. Mickey out.
So these guys have thought of everything. So what's one of the problems with your cordage and having your materials in your bag? And be honest with yourself, and we've all done it, you go to the bag, get out your lines, and it's just a tangled mess. And you're like, yeah. There's 20 minutes untangling everything, recoiling it, trying to sort it out. So they come up with such a simple, sweet idea that is finished off so well. The tidy, okay? This little elastic loop, that's one of my cords. That little elastic loop has a sliding button on it and it's elasticated, pulls up tight on it, holds it where I want it, nice, easy, hangs on. The whole lot, what I tend to do in the bag is I clip everything in the kit like that onto a carabiner, keeps it all together. But brilliant. But then you can take that out, and if you had to, on one of your tarps, if you needed to put in an extra line through a loop, you've got it. It's just brilliant. And the finish on this, look at that. Finished perfectly. You're not going to lose it. That pin can't come off there. It's not cheap rubbish that somebody's set up in a factory in another part of the world. It's a great bit of kit. Simple things. Simple things. I love it. Anyhow, less of that. Let's rig this up and then take you in and show you some details. So, comes with carabiners for joining things up, and these carabiners, look, they're rated carabiners, tested to destruction. Brilliant. We like that. Not some cheap plastic carabiner bought in a pound store somewhere. No, a rated carabiner. Down there, like that. Or, no, I'll talk about that. Now, one of the things I like to do with my tidy, the tidy for my ridgeline, I actually thread onto the ridgeline so I don't lose it. But also, when I've got the ridgeline set up, it gives me another place where I can hang a phone, piece of equipment, piece of technology if I wanted to. The prussics are built into the ridgeline, absolutely brilliantly, so you can space them out wherever you need them. Okay, you can either hang it over, so you can put your tarp over the top and just have a prusik each end pulling it out taut, or you can suspend your tarp underneath, which is what I'm going to go with myself. as you see. So I've got pretty much my ridge line and my hammock set, but everything's all floppy doppy, isn't it? Where's floppy, Mickey? Don't like that, Mickey. No, we don't like floppy, do we? But all I've got to do is take that cord there. I've now got the tension on my line, and if I'm doing a really high rig, I've only got to stretch up each end. Everything's dropped down from in the centre. Pull on that, up she goes. Lovely. Tension out my prusik, lovely. I've got a centre prusik there, but as you can see, because of the way I've set the tarp up, there's a bit of a droop, but that also means anything lands on there, it's running off. I'm happy with it. The spare prusik that's not in use, I can slide up there, hang things from it. Brilliant, brilliant. If you've got a larger tarp with 4 points in it, they set the system up so that you've got enough prusiks to hang it from a 4-pointer. Or if you're doing a diamond pattern, you could do it that way. Brilliant. It's not one of these companies where you go, oh, there's your ridge line. Oh, and by the way, you get 1 prusik. Oh, no. No, they think of everything. They've got it covered. So now we're going to set out their guy lines. And again, another bit of kit I like. So the guy lines, you've got two choices here. You've got the grommet there, or you've got the loop there. What you can do, the way the guy lines are rigged, they've already got a nice little setup on them. So there, no knots, no fastening and knots and things like that. And then they also put the cable tensioner and adjuster on. It can't come off, you can't lose it, it's not going to get lost, it's not going to fall off. Now they do these kits in orange and black, okay, and again this is a standard type adjuster, so it locks on itself there, so you can set the tension to wherever you want it for your lines. I'll show you the other way of rigging it up at the other end. So this end, what I do, let's have a bit of a change. Let's go through the grommet. So, it's designed so there's enough room to go up through the grommet. So it doesn't matter whether you've got a tape or a grommet, the system works for you. Absolutely sweet as a nut. There's a lot of thought gone into this, and a lot of consideration, development and time gone into the planning and making of these kits. They're absolutely superb. Now, you've got the toggle system here, which can work either off the tape there, or as you see here, will work just as happily off of a grommet. Okay, so what we've done here, we've anchored out to the ground here in pretty much what we would all call a standard setup. I've got a peg down there, I've got the adjuster there, which work very, very simple, very, very nice, and make a lot of common sense, and also leave no loose ends dangling, which is a relief. On this end, like I say, I went off the top, but to show you the versatility, we just went round a bit of wood and back and got our tension. Absolutely superb. And as you see, it's a nice tension on the top. This end's lifted slightly. Using my tidy here, I'm able to take up the loose there. It's not dangling everywhere and blowing around. And this is their ratchet system that they use. Now, they did a lot of research into these ratchet systems and had to work very hard to find a company that made one with a metal inner and is actually screwed together. It's not pressed, it's not made out of plastic. All the working parts inside are metal. The outside is anodized aluminium, and it could be stripped to be cleaned if you needed to. The tree strops here work superbly round a tree, and as you can see here by the finish, it's glued, stitched and protective sheath put over it, so that is not going to fail you in a hurry. Same thing with their prusiks. Their prusiks are a high quality, okay, cordage with the toggle built in. The toggle can't get lost, can't lose. You've got an adjustable clip here. The prusiks work absolutely superbly with the paracord, and it is quality paracord in orange and black is their company colours, as you can see, but they do a pure black set for you guys that want to go stealthy. Coming back to our anchors again, here you can see I've gone off the tape there, straight down to a peg down there. No loose ends, no dangly bits. I like it. And one of the guys has just shown me a bit of a trick which I really loved. So if you want to anchor out to like a close tree like this, you could do it in a straight cordage, okay, and have a simple anchor, but because you're using the pegs, all you need to do is form a loop, come up with the loop. I'll try and do it one-handed. Come up with a loop round the peg. It's there, it's anchored. So there we have it. My tarp is up. Oh yeah, I could definitely get a bit more tension on that with a bit more practice, setting out more equal rig, but I really wanted to demonstrate their kit. At the other end here, you can see it's a loop with their system here. The tree strap goes around the tree and anchors it there. Now, these are designed to take a tarp, okay, of any size. One of the things they're quite keen to sort of say to people and make people think is, remember please that this is quite thin cordage. If you're putting it around a tree, be careful not to damage the tree. You might want to put a tree protector behind that. They're also coming up with a series of straps that are a little bit thicker and some sheaths that will go over these so that you don't damage the trees, okay. They've also got a system in development which they're working on at the moment, so that if you wanted to anchor to things like this, it's almost like a quick release buckle system that will go around that and anchor to it, and would also work with your trees. Tarpac Innovations, thank you so much. This is now my go-to rig out. If I'm tarp show camping, this is what I'm going to be carrying. It's quite simple. It works, it's sweet, it's simple, it's adaptable. You could adjust this to work in almost any configuration you wanted, whether it's tarp over, tarp under. It's just superb. I can't rate it highly enough. And that's not just because these guys have got me in as a tester, right? Because I've been honest with them and brutal with them. There's been a couple of things we've sat there and looked at and I've gone, well, I'm not so sure about that. They're like, right, fine. Take it back to the drawing board and work on it. And one last item. So I've got the ridgeline set, but I've got a couple of other little bits and pieces for them. And one of the things I said to them right at the beginning, there's an issue when you're putting kit up like this, that sometimes your peg is too damn big for the hole in the kits. Now this is an army tarp and they're massive grommets, but sometimes you get tarps and they've got a really small grommet and you're like, that's a real nightmare. So what did they do? They came up with this, right? Quite simple, all right? So this again is built off, is high quality elastic. It has, you put your loop through your grommet, you come back over your peg like that, all slides up nicely. It can then be locked off with your clip, and you can then put your peg through there, tighten your peg out, and because it's elasticated, if it's windy conditions, it's going to act as a shock absorber, and you can put any size peg in you want. Simple, sweet, effective, and engineered to excellence. Then this is the difference. I've seen lots of good ideas over the years, but it's actually the finishing of the product that's what matters. It's the quality that's put into it, and please bear in mind that takes thought and effort and time. So again, you know, it's these little things, the attention to detail, the attention to quality, the perfection, that's just a game changer. We've all got fed up with, and I'm not going to name any companies, but lots of very big companies that go, yeah, it's great kit. You've lost your heart for a lot of them. These two guys still have heart. Yeah, they want you to have it, love it, enjoy it, have it for a lifetime. Possibly pass it on to your kids, your grandkids, your great-great-grandkids. After the SHTF situation, there will be groups of people that will come together as society rebuilds and say to one another, we would not have made it if not for Tarpac. Okay, so there you go, guys. If you get one of their kits, give them feedback, send them pictures of your adventures, okay? Tell them, you know, I got this because I am through Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. I'm pretty sure you might get a little discount on it, and send them the pictures back and help. Let's help a British company, a couple of guys in Britain making something for the love of doing it. Let's help make them a success. Yeah, let's show a bit of love and support. You buy this kit, I guarantee you 10 years down the line you're still going to be using this bit of kit. This is Mickey, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Have an absolutely wonderful day wherever you are in this glorious world of ours. I'm now going to go back to the important thing, which is having me brew. I like a coffee in the woods. But yeah, this is brilliant kit, guys. I can't rate it highly enough. Like I say, get over to the website. There will be a link in the description. And for those of you that find it difficult looking up links and that, it is Tarp Innovations. They do have a very small channel on YouTube, which they're hoping one day to fill with all your adventures. You guys, because as they say, if you want to know how good our kit is, speak to somebody that uses it. Okay? Pop over to their website and have a look.
Okay, so the sort of discussions that I have with these guys and they have with me, I deal with problems. Okay, how do you deal with problems? So one of the ones that came up at one point was we all like making our own kit, as they do themselves. You know, going out carving your own toggles, taking your cordage, and all the rest of it. So something that come up is your cordage is always adapting in length, and how often have you cut off a bit more than you would want to, or because it's a mess, or because it's starting to fray, you have to cut it, singe it, and then it gets shorter and shorter. It tangles, it wears with time, it gets damaged because you're constantly tying knots in it. So they devised this kit with the pulley systems that does away with that. You've got an adaptable length that's not going to constantly damage. You're not going to also, and this is something we come across and we discussed, cold weather camping, severe climate camping, severe conditions camping. How many times have your hands been that cold that you can't actually tie a knot? How many times have you been trying to rig a shelter in conditions that are that appalling that you're struggling to use your hands, your conditions, and then that becomes life changing, life threatening? So the idea was to have a rig and make everything that it was simple. The buttons and the locks on things like the tidies are designed. They went out, researched them, so it was something you just got to press and you adapt and tidy and disconnect. They didn't want things that loop together, buckle together, tie together, because if you were freezing or you were suffering hypothermia, you were having to rig a shelter in an emergency quickly. It had to be something that would be simple to operate. Okay, this is a military ethos. This is one of the thought processes that come back to them. Okay, in building their gear, they built in resilience. They built ease of use. Right. They've made it multi-usable as well. You can design this up to pretty much any format you want. You could rig a plough point for it. You could use it as a tension line for a tarp roof. Whatever system you want. The paracord they use, they searched high and low to find a company that produced good quality paracord with a consistency. Okay, the research and development has been, and I've been there with them in this, in buying paracords, trying it, not being happy with it, binning it. The bank lines or that are used for the prosecks are from one particular company. It's a high quality bank line. It's not cheap to buy in, but again, they want the quality in the kit. Okay, absolutely superb. So I can't sing their praises enough. Not just because I've helped test this kit, but because I honestly believe in their ethos and their practices. Two guys making bespoke kit to a high standard, a standard that they themselves will want for and to share with others. Okay, it's not a fly by night. It's not we'll ship this off to a Chinese company to mass produce for us. They've already told me no, not interested in that. They're rather quite happy to stay small, bespoke. Okay. If you want to look at it in one ethos, it's the difference between going to Marks and Spencer's and buying a suit off the shelf. Yeah, it's a fine, nice suit. It'll do you good. Nothing wrong with it. However, there is something a little bit nicer about going into a tailor's, being measured, having it fit you perfectly, and buying a suit that you know will last you an entire lifetime. Okay, they do put a guarantee on this kit. So there is a guarantee with it, and if you get an issue, get straight back to them. They'll sort it for you. So the gear itself as well, as you can have it in many different colours. Their standard colours are orange and black. But they have said that if somebody wanted a bespoke colour set up for them, speak to them. They could probably do it for them. And again, it's bespoke, so you can contact them and say, "Do you know what? Can I have a guy line, guys, or a tarp line? Can I have it 3 times the length? Can I have a 25 metre, 30 metre, 40 metre, 50 metre? Blimey, you can have 100 metre if you wanted. You can have it bespoke to what you require, and that is pretty unique in this world." Okay. I can't rate it highly enough. Yeah, there is a 10% discount for my subscribers. So yeah, any of you that my subscribers that are interested in this kit, yeah, dive over, give them a shout, let them know you're a subscriber to Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. There will also be a code that I will put in the description to link. Guys, yeah, get outdoors, have fun, stay safe, enjoy yourselves, have a great week. This is Mickey. Be good. Love those you do. Forgive those you don't. And as always, may peace and light be upon you all. Mickey! Mickey out.